I'm going to show you from this side, but most of this you'll do from the other side. But when you have this right here, you have three positions. You have the thinnest, next to the thinnest, and the biggest. So whenever you're like lifting a roller up, that's your high position. Typically, if you're going to set this roller, you basically put it in that position, put it in the high position, let it fall, snug it back down, then raise it up. That puts downward spring tension to drive. But when you're taking them off, you always raise them up. You have to loosen that off, and this will slide out, and you have to rotate it and take it off. So that tooling is off. So now we'll start stacking this stuff, and then this tooling, generally, you'll take and just slide these to the front, but these things will come off, so you want to kind of tighten them back a little bit, and then you can just slide them over. You can pull them off later, you can do whatever you want. A lot of times at the end of each one, I'll just leave them on a couple of bars, and that way they're easy to grab when you're playing with the tooling. So at this point, you just start pulling them off. Here's this one. Now, you've got some tricky ones right here, because this has two arms on it. This is your long roller set. So to do these, you gotta loosen them both, trying to get it out of the way. Then you have to loosen both of these. And you can and then this one gets tricky because it has to tilt down and swivel out. So, which means you got to take these out of your way so you can get that to tilt over enough so you can take it out of here. So that's where the trick comes in. There's that one. And then now that that's out of the way, now this one can tilt down. Now you can get that one out of there. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot of tooling. So if you guys want to start pulling them off at this point, then we'll just start pulling them off, and once we get it clear, then we can all start showing you.
We have to clear all of these?
I would do everything except the eyes that indicate, which are here and here, and then this one is a bumper, which I can.
Whatever has the wire on it, we should.
Yeah, just kind of leave those where they're at for now, but I'll at least move them and get them out of your way so they're not messing with you when you go to pull it off.
Okay.
But yeah, don't take these off. You can take off all the rollers, all the plows, and all that stuff, and then don't take out the fold plate, the tipper plate. Don't pull this out. We'll probably wind up pulling it out, but I'll have to show you guys how to take that out because it's kind of a little trick to it. But everything else you can pull off. Just don't pull the
ones with the
don't
wire.
pull the eyes, basically.
Okay. When we are taking it off, is it better we separate them? Like the left and right that you've mentioned?
I try to do that, and I try to keep like rollers together like this. You've got all these sixes here. I try to put all those together. I try to put, this is another set, so you got those sets there. You've got ones, you've got threes, you've got sixes. I think you have an 8 and you got a 10, depending if they're on here, I don't know. And then you have your right side plow, and you have your left side plow. So I would keep your rights together and your lefts together.
This is right on
It's on the right side of the machine, it's on the left side. If they put it in the right place.
When we want to.
Yeah, when you go in, you always look at it from the. This one's gonna be tough. Get it out of there.
Can we just lose that portion, bring it from, move it out into the. Yeah.
So this is your plow. The sheet comes in like this, and it plows it over that way. So comes in, rotates, makes it fly. So that's your right side plow. Your left side plows out. So that's how you tell the difference. And these, you don't really want to bang on them, and because all this stuff is It's all
flimsy.
stainless and it's flexible and it's doing something for a reason. So you don't really want to start just bashing them and bending and twisting.
Okay. So
But it's tricky and it's easy for me. It's easier to work this side just because most people set them up to where all the knobs are facing this side, like this, because you have a left and a right. So, like, technically that would be on that side of the machine, not this side of the machine. And they've got plenty to set them up right. So you see these two bolts are here.
Yep.
There, the bolts are there. So you're gonna have some you can pull off this side. You're gonna have some you need to pull off that side. I just like this side because you typically don't have your glue system in your way and you can get to it.
Nice. Okay, then we will take everything from these. That would be fun. I will take it out. Like, we will take it out.
Okay.
You've done one. On the other hand, it would be better if we store them on a table.
Yeah.
Sure, I will grab one table. Sure. Right away.